is a bit surreal, isn't it?
Well.
So first impressions is that he seems like a nice guy. Cheers.
Cheers, yeah. How's the margarita? Strong enough?
Is it ever strong enough? I'm joking.
So tell me, what's the ideal guy? What are you looking? Am I jumping straight in?
No, you may as well.
Hello and welcome back to Perspective, and if this is your first time, welcome. I'm doing another reaction video to one of my favorite shows on Netflix called Indian Matchmaking. We're in season 3, and I've done 3 previous seasons on seasons 1 and 2, so if you like this video, please go back and watch those others as well. In this reaction, we'll be following along with Priya on her dating journey, and I'll be giving my perspective along the way. Be sure to get in the comments and give your perspective. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and as always, please do subscribe. Without anything further, let's get into Priya's journey on season 3 of Indian Matchmaking.
So I love London. Good cars, good social life, and a huge Indian community. So for me, it's a very big opportunity. Hello, आप भी मिल लेना, वो भी देख लेंगे, वो लड़का भी देख लेगा. But at present, we are just busy. I now have some clients in the UK, and I'm meeting them in London. So when can I meet? When are you going to meet? You'll come to my hotel? I get daily few proposals. No, because 3 hours I don't have time. Na? You come to my place, okay? When you travel far from home, it's like doing a matchmaking. You only get 60 or 70%, but still we proceed. काफी चीजें लाई हूँ मैं तो कोई एक बैग भर के कोई ट्रैवल करता है इन लंदन बट इन माय रूल्स आई हैव माय ओन किचन वेरेवर आई गो और बैग भर के मेरा सामान रहता है आई डिस्ट्रीब्यूट प्रेम से सबको एंड इफ यू वांट समथिंग कतली आई गॉट कचोरीज आई गॉट दिस चकली वैक्यूम पैक्ड रोटीज एंड कॉल योर फ्रेंड्स आल्सो इफ समबडी इफ दे वांट तो वैसे एकदम विल डू अ पार्टी आई कैरी ऑल द मेडिसिन यू नेम द मेडिसिन आई हैव एवरीथिंग फॉर हेडेक फॉर कोल्ड फॉर फीवर फॉर सम स्टमक एक सबके लिए फॉर गैस
एक चाय तो बना लो
इसीलिए किचन लेती हूँ हर बार कि भाई वी कैन कुक आवर ओन आई मीन वी कैन मेक आवर ओन टी अपने कुछ खाना बना लिए क्योंकि बाहर का इट डजंट सूट अस तो अपने लोग ये कर ले दिस गॉट टू डिस्ट्रीब्यूट एवरीवेयर
चाय अमेजिंग है
गुड
एकदम लग रहा है
I must say that I love that Seema is not going to just take whatever food is available when she goes to wherever she goes. She packs all of her own everything. She's going to live forever. She's going to live to be like 150. That's what I'm talking about. All natural from your own country, from your own means by which. Yes, that's what I love. Keep it going.
चलो चाय मिल जाए कहीं भी जाओ और क्या चाहिए
And I got a quick question for those of you that are watching that are from abroad or might be from India. Is that how you guys always travel? Do you actually pack all your own goods and just when you get to these other places around the world, do you have that to dine on and to enjoy? That's get in the comments and let me know if that's customary. I don't know. I'm totally foreign to this concept as it pertains to us in the US because we don't pack a bunch of stuff and just when we go, we don't. We go to other places and we can't wait to sample the local fare.
I haven't been on the app for a while, so let's see.
Let's do some cross-checking.
In the dating world, yeah?
Not much, as per usual, probably. No.
Yeah, no. You don't like baldies.
No baldies.
No.
100% no. And
Real
also,
good
like,
pictures.
when they're on the stuff they write in the apps, I'm like, you would never say this in real life, so why the hell would you?
They love writing something about brunch, something about dogs, or something
And also, like
that.
somehow pizza is a personality.
Yeah.
Pizza is not a personality. Yeah.
So there's a video. There's a few videos that I've done in reacting to God, I can't think of his name right now, but it'll come up in the video. But he's basically talking about the mistakes that men make on dating apps and what men write in their profiles, the type of pictures they taking, the introductions. All of this stuff is absolutely important, but a lot of times men don't think it's as important as it is. And as you can see, to the ladies, yes, men, what you write in your profiles does make a difference.
Common mistake number 5, boring, lame, or unattractive bio. And again, on this one, you're probably saying, yes, Todd, I know the bio matters. Although some people actually dispute that. Some people think it's all the photos, which is not true. The bio does in fact matter a lot. But beyond just telling you vaguely that bio matters, I want to tell you specifically, do not be boring in your bio. You need to stand out. Most girls are swiping left a whole lot more than they're swiping right. So even if your bio is completely acceptable and completely dateable, but it just doesn't stand out and you're lost in the crowd, you will not get very many matches, if hardly any matches.
See, done. Whenever I go on dates, I always feel like I'm the person that brings the energy to the date. And then I always find that I attract these like guys they're like energy vampires. They just sit there and they just take all your energy. You come out, you feel really depleted, but they feel great. No energy vampires, no.
Guys, you cannot be energy vampires. Listen, I know the whole opposites match, I get that, and I get the whole introverts are oftentimes attracted to an extrovert, but people, it requires energy for a person to constantly put out, right? And if they can't be balanced and they can't receive and they're not getting that same energy back, reciprocity, if they're not getting any reciprocity, they feel drained at the end of these dates, whereas you feel fulfilled, and that's really unfair. So that's what I believe she's talking about when she's referring to the energy vampires. No more energy vampires. Guys, we ain't being energy vampires.
You've been with me through my dating journey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a lot more certain now what I want and what I don't want.
Yeah, you're not ashamed or anything to say, look, I'm looking for something serious, whereas sometimes I feel like in the dating scene, people are a bit afraid to say, I'm looking for something serious, because everyone's always trying to just be chill and cool all the time. Like, yeah, I'm like, just go with the flow. And it's like, no, actually, I'm looking for a husband.
I mean, maybe.
What she's talking about with the whole go with the flow thing, the too cool people, and this fear that some people have, and usually women, in stating that they're looking for marriage, they're dating for marriage. That's the way you're supposed to do it if you are in fact dating for marriage. If you're looking to get married, if you're dating for a purpose, state it up front. That way it scares off the ones that aren't looking to date for marriage, that aren't looking to date to get into a serious relationship. You want to avoid the time wasters. You want to avoid the go with the flowers. They're doing it the right way. Take note.
I'm just not that cool, and I'm okay to accept
You are
that.
cool, Priya.
But that's not,
It's
like,
not uncool to find one to find a husband.
but I'm also like, I don't want those like super like cool people. Like, I'm actually okay with that. I think sometimes guys can feel a little bit intimidated and a little bit like you're broken. Just because you're divorced, you're broken. Cheers, darling. Cheers. So I've been divorced for 2 years. My ex-husband was my first boyfriend as well. So I never had any boyfriends before that. When you get together with someone at the age of 19 and you're with them for 11 years, I think I just did what I thought was expected of me without really questioning what marriage was. Within Indian culture, we don't live with the partner before you get married. And it's only once we started to live together and we bought a house together, then I was like, okay, there's a lot of things here which I never knew about. So we got...
That is, man, that's so true in so many ways. Getting married so young at the age of 19, or being with that one person from 19, as she said, 11 years. So from 19 until 30. It's a long time, and there's so much growth. One of the things I always like to highlight and consider when I'm discussing or giving my perspective on relationships and marriages that start for young people is the brain before the age of 25 and how it's just not fully developed. And so your decision making earlier in life isn't the same as it will be later in life. Now, that's not to discourage people from actually marrying young. I don't want to necessarily put that out there. I'm just saying I think that when people do marry young, they need more guidance. And here in the Indian matchmaking culture, what you see is that even when they get married so young, they have a culture, they have a network, they have a village around them that can guide them along the way. So I do think with Priya, her getting married so young, if they didn't have that village around them, maybe that's why it wasn't as successful. Also, she did say that they didn't live together. Yes, when you and your significant other decide to start living together, that's when y'all discover all the things that you didn't when you were living apart. Just wanted to tap in on that particular perspective.
We got married at the age of 27, and I was the one that called for a divorce after 2 years. With divorce, you associate a lot of shame, you associate a lot of guilt with it. Before, I used to be someone that used to hide that I was divorced and I was dating. But now I'm just like, you know what, this is part of my story, so I'm going to share it. I'm 35 years old now, and you feel like the butterflies in your tummy. I haven't felt that feeling in a long time. So I'm really ready to go on a good first date. I'm like, what do I have to lose to try and use a matchmaker?
So I was recently told that butterflies in your stomach isn't necessarily a good thing. That is actually your body telling you that something is wrong. Maybe I need to put up some information that validates that, or whatever the case may be. But I was recently doing a live stream with some acquaintances of mine and some friends of mine, and they were just like, no, they've learned over the years that butterflies in your tummy aren't necessarily always a good thing, especially initially. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if there's any scientific evidence to back that, but
Maybe you're checking your phone, wrapped up in your own world, and then suddenly you make eye contact with your crush sitting across the coffee shop. Or you're headed into an interview for a life-changing job opportunity. Or you're filming a video that's gonna be watched by hundreds of thousands of people. Before you know it, you start to feel that fluttering in your stomach. Butterflies. So where does that feeling come from? Look no further than the autonomic nervous system, or ANS. It's a part of your nervous system that's found outside of your brain and spinal cord. Your autonomic nervous system is responsible for bodily functions that you aren't conscious of, like pumping blood, breathing, and digesting food. And the ANS can be split into two main branches, the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous systems. The parasympathetic nervous system helps create a mellowed out state of rest and digest. Your heart rate slows, blood vessels dilate, pupil size decreases, and muscles in your gastrointestinal tract relax. On the flip side, the sympathetic nervous system is responsible for that fight or flight response you probably heard of. Thanks to this branch, you're prepared for stressful or potentially dangerous things. Like, imagine human ancestors out hunting hundreds of thousands of years ago, knowing all the time that they were also prey. After all, there were bear-sized hyenas roaming around. Thankfully, you don't have to really worry about being eaten by a hyena bear anymore, but your body's response isn't all that different when you run into a crush or perform in front of a crowd. It's just to a lesser degree. Your heart rate still increases, your airways and pupils dilate, your stomach muscles begin to contract, and you start breathing more heavily to prep for uncertainty. Well,
a lot of times people want to feel those butterflies from day one. They want to feel that instant chemistry. And I get it. I mean, all my dating life, I lived by the same thing. If I didn't feel an instant chemistry, I was usually moving on, and I wasn't really concerned to figure out, well, let me go on a second and third date, or let me continue for a couple of weeks just to see if things become something that they aren't early on. So I get it. You know, you want to feel those butterflies. I get it, Priya. Get you, girl.
Yeah, please help me get that feeling back. Hi.
How are you?
Good, welcome.
Hello. Hi, Priya. Seema from Mumbai.
Hi. Come in, come in. Let me take you to mum and dad.
You are here?
Yes, yes.
So nice to see you. I can't believe
same
you are
with me.
here.
You have called with true heart, so I've come here.
Of course.
That's okay.
That's right.
We are all excited to see you.
Yes.
Good tea, very nice tea.
You like it?
So you're from India?
I was born in Kenya,
Okay.
from Nairobi.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
At that time, many Gujaratis, they get shifted to Kenya.
yeah. My sister lives in India, so I went to see her. And just when my brother-in-law, he said to me, "You're 26 years old. I think it's about time you got married."
Arrangement was made to get married, and we got married. I was very naive at age of 19. How did I say yes at that age? Not offense to you, but
It just clicked, and I said, "Yeah, all right, I'll get married."
it worked out for us.
So we've been married for 41 years.
41 years, as my husband said. Can you imagine if we both say different? And he said, which marriage are you talking about?
So can I ask, don't feel bad. What happened to your previous marriage? Like,
So we were together for 11 years. And then
it was arranged?
No, this was a love marriage. We'd never really communicated properly about how we were feeling. We put a lot of things under the carpet. And essentially, you know, he wasn't a very trustworthy person in the end. You know, he'd been over 5 years now. But, you know, I've done a lot of personal growth in that time. And I feel like now I'm probably more ready to settle down and take things seriously.
In this country, the Asians, basically, I think they accept the taboo. It's a norm thing now to divorce is happening all the time, and it's much better than, say, 20 years ago. Much better, more tolerance, put it this way.
The generation has
It's
changed,
different, yeah.
and they try their best, but if it still doesn't work out, children don't stay married, and that's how she got divorced. And I don't think it would make much difference for her to find because she's divorced.
So now let me ask, what?
You know, here in the States, I mean, we're talking about a slightly over 50%. That's the divorce rate. I'm divorced myself, and I'm on my second marriage, and should be my last marriage. But yeah, there's this thought that I remember initially feeling like, you know, I didn't want to have that failed marriage on my resume. But when I thought about it, I'm like, who cares? Like, who cares? There's enough people out and about to whereas you won't have to worry about it. You'll probably find somebody that's also been married, that's also been through a divorce. And so I think in this day and age, it's not as much of a stigma to it as it used to be. And that's a good thing. It allows people an opportunity to learn from their mistakes, and they should know what to do going forward. So I'm glad that even her parents, you can tell that they've adapted to the new norm. Not that they're saying it's a good thing, but they've adapted to the new norm. So there's no shame in that. And I like that.
Ask what is your choices, preferences?
I'm not aiming for perfection here.
Yeah.
I think I'd want someone that is 34 to 38. Someone that is a good communicator, a growth mindset, liberal in their thinking, optimistic, but a realistic, optimistic person, if that makes sense.
But you want only in UK?
I would want to stay within North London. But if it was other parts of London, I would consider it. You know, having that emotional maturity as well. For example, they can admit when they're wrong sometimes. Someone that is obviously handsome, like a cute smile, very youthful looking, tall, tanned, has enough hair on their head. A top knot is like, I'm all over it, because I feel like I don't have enough hair on my head, so I feel like I want my partner to have enough hair. It's really weird.
Arey, I like this, I like that. So even he must have that tick, tick, tick.
I can be flexible.
You have to be flexible.
Yeah, I can be flexible.
And little you have to compromise. She should not be so much picky because she has the one disadvantages behind her that she is divorced. And about the hair, I don't feel so much importance for hair, but the girls give importance nowadays for hair. 60 and 70% if.
So Auntie said that she does have the disadvantage of being divorced. So maybe she knows that in the dating market and in the matchmaking market that it'll be probably difficult, or it'll be a extra hurdle, or it'll be something there that the clients are looking at. And then the hair thing. I mean, God, look. Physical preferences are physical preferences. It's very, very hard to get women nowadays to just settle for something that they're not physically attracted to. Like, that is just not a thing anymore. So I understand in matchmaking, she definitely tries to get the women to look beyond certain physical characteristics. I don't think hair is such a big deal, but I do well with hair myself, so I would be one thinking that's not such a big deal. But that's a preference, and it would suck if she gets with a guy who, yeah, he has all these other things, but the hair is the one drawback, and she just can't really get into him. Who's at the disadvantage? Him or her? Get in the comments and tell me what y'all think is something like hair as important of a preference as she's making it out to be.
70% if you're feeling it's okay, you must proceed.
Look at me and your dad.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah,
both of them.
I mean, we were completely different.
Compromise and be flexible, then your life will go smooth.
I still give and take.
Yes.
I'm over 60.
More take than give, you mean?
It's okay. Okay. You're superior, okay? You be happy.
So I can forfeit the hair if he was a good person. Like,
You're right.
because a man bun, eventually that's going to go away. They're going to lose their hair.
I had a man, but look at it.
Yeah, sometimes
It's gone with the wind.
lose.
Too much wind and blown away.
Too much wind. You know what, Simanti? I'm going to put all my trust in you. So even if he's bold, I'm gonna try it out. I'll try it out.
Good.
I'll
This is
try it out.
the
Good.
beauty. I appreciate it. This is the beauty.
I'm getting all this wisdom right now.
Yeah, you have to, because all learned people are sitting around you.
I know.
So you have to get to wisdom.
She got something up the sleeve, you know.
Yeah. That's why she has got big sleeves.
Pull him out now.
Yeah. You must have a big heart and a big sleeve.
Of course.
So we just met the family, and the thing that I love, one of the things that I love the most about this whole process is they involve the entire family. And we know marriage is the cornerstone of family, and family is the cornerstone of community. And so seeing everybody be so involved in their daughters or sons' journey and to matchmaking and creating that family and creating community, man, that's something that every corner of the world can use more of. So I'm always excited at that part. They're laughing, they're smiling, it's all love, but it's serious as well. And so I just like to always give my just express my gratitude and appreciation for that part of the process.
We can take it off the tray, can't we? We're going to be in here.
Can I try that?
Not yet.
I'm glad you made it. Come in. You made a bit of a feast. Would you like anything to drink?
Little tea or something. It's fine.
Oranges?
No, I think I'm happy with tea.
Tea?
If
Okay.
possible, huh?
We got coffee machine as well.
Yeah, coffee we can have.
Okay, no problem.
I made you all busy.
No.
You're our guest.
As long as
so-
something comes out of it.
He wants something out of this now.
My God, that means something comes means if it doesn't happen then क्या बोलेंगे आप मुझे? हाँ वही बोली, this will happen this then. नहीं, be positive. Positive रहो, कुछ ना कुछ good is going to happen.
I think what she's looking for is someone like compatible to her in a sense, educationally and financially, someone who is loving, caring, support her ambition, because Priya is very ambitious. It's the time in her age that she finds partner and settle down.
Have you come with some good
That's enough.
matches?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've studied a lot. I'm giving only one match.
Okay.
And then if 2 or 3, you will get confused then. So
Yeah.
I don't prefer to give more.
One at a time.
Yeah.
I listen. I love this part of the process, and I always mention it. But listen. Samanti said this is not swiping right. You're not on Tinder. You're not on Bumble. You don't get to pick from this large pool. She's coming with 1 or 2 matches, and you're going to choose from those 2, and you're going to make that meeting. I've mentioned it before. She's getting rid of the paradox of choice. And again, I've said this before. We think that when we have an abundance of choices that we'll make a better decision. When in actuality, sometimes when we have an abundance of choices, we get overwhelmed in the choice making process and we don't make a good decision. So she takes everything in that she said she wanted into a man, or that whoever said they wanted in a partner. She gets the resume, she brings them in, and you're going to choose between 1 and 2. I love it because she's just making it really, really simple. She's making it really, really simple.
This is Alik Verma. And you can see it.
Only thing, he hasn't got a lot of hair.
So what? So what?
No, for me,
Other things are there. So what if hair is not there?
Do you have any other biodaters?
I give one by one.
Okay. Yeah.
You
Take a
can
look
get
at
a
it.
hair transplant, no problem.
That is right. See?
He's got a cute smile. It's good that he looks after himself, running, yoga. He can cook an Indian meal. My sous chef. Startup, non-profit founder. Sounds like he's not lazy, which is important. Seems motivated as well. He loves reading and can dance around the kitchen for hours. I like that. A little bit silly.
And very nice, down to earth, and very lively person. Everything is there. What you want.
What's his height?
By the way, he's 6 feet.
It wouldn't be off the back. He wouldn't be someone I would go for immediately in terms of looks. In terms,
Why? Looks are good.
you know, I think this is a personal thing, but I like hair.
So you must just not think of hair. He's a wonderful guy.
Yeah, I love it. Listen, she likes the hair. And Samanti said, hey, get over it. Get beyond the hair. Again, get in the comments and please, somebody let me know, is it that important? Is it that important? I just want to know. I'm not telling anybody how they should or should not choose when it comes to their preferences. I just want to know, how much does it matter to the majority of women that might be going through this process?
I tell you. And when you meet, then only you come to know in person.
But there has to be initial attraction. I mean, it's still important. You know, looks-wise, I don't think it would be someone I'd go with, you know, as a first preference. I think ultimately there has to be a physical attraction in order for us to continue, I think. This is the first one, so let's...
Yes.
And I'm sure there's more in your more in your database.
He had all the good qualities what a person needs, but 70% importance she gave for the baldness, and hair is not even important. I'm disappointed she refuses to even meet him. Maybe Priya needs to open a salon so she can be surrounded with lots and lots of hair.
Auntie said maybe she needs to just open a damn salon, and then that way she could be around lots and lots of hair. I don't know if that's exactly what would work, but maybe. At any rate, let's see who she ends up going on a date with. We're going to meet the first person that is in line to actually meet Priya. So we're going to introduce Bobby.
If I were to describe myself, I would say desperate, please help. I think I'm single because, not because I'm fussy or picky, it's just like sometimes I've just not met the right person at the right time. So I'm waiting. I'm a husband in waiting. So today we're going to be doing investigation, ordering, and arrangements. So it's something which I think is a really cool mathematical topic. We'll see what the underlying maths behind it.
So do you have any number tattoos?
No, one of my friends is a professor at Oxford. He has literally the most amazing maths tattoos. He has like pi, or he has like 100 digits of pi.
Like, unless you're making bank, how are you getting that?
People love like what some people love reading fiction, some people love art, some people love maths. Like there's you know, you get honestly, hands up. Oh no, like if you ever got a difficult maths problem, don't you feel good? Like, yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Dating is a skill. Like, I'm a mathematician, I'm a maths teacher. Mathematics is a skill. I wasn't born being able to do maths. And I think dating, I definitely wasn't born being able to date. I love what I do. Yes, that's...
I remember you.
You know how to do the sevens.
He's an interesting teacher. He really makes you understand it.
He's underrated. Underrated.
Not everyone finds their special someone in like it's not easy. Love is complicated. Don't ask how I know that. I think he's a bit lonely, you know.
Sir's actually a really nice guy, and I think he deserves someone really special.
He said we do like you.
My best characteristic, I genuinely think, is my positivity. Honestly, I'm sometimes biting my tongue saying, please, just stop being enthusiastic and positive. But it ends up being Bobby being enthusiastic and positive. And at the end I'm like, oh no, you messed up the date. You're too positive. I'm overactive, I'm energetic, and I just sometimes have to rein myself in. Students say, Mr. Seagull, you can call me Bobby. You see, maths for me is more than just a hobby. 2 2s are 4 and 4 2s are 8. Starting with your tables would be just great. Trigonometry is all about the angle. Ratio, sine, cos, but don't get in a tangle. Yeah. Mathematics, boy.
Bobby is my type of guy. Listen, all that personality. Come on, man. Listen, y'all do not sleep on the Bobbies of the world. Give the Bobbies of the world a shot. I'm telling you, long term, I think he's gonna make somebody a great husband.
I think one of my biggest stumbling blocks in dating is getting friend zoned. If someone wanted to write a PhD paper on the friend zoning business, I think I'd be the ultimate case study. Just for once, I just need to not get into that zone, get out of that zone. Seema auntie's coming now to the house. Yeah, so she's the matchmaker. She's going to come and help us. You excited?
She's going. We are excited actually, and we are going to tell her what the girl should be like.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Take the Bobby. Take Bobby.
We had an arranged marriage 40 years back. I went to her house, and we had about 1 hour I spent with her.
My husband is higher education, very smart man.
I felt she was like a kind person, but in this age, people have a choice.
Bobby choice.
Yeah, basically, what Seema can do for Bobby is to make him aware that this is the right window to find a girl.
Oh, hello, Seema auntie.
Hello,
thank you so
How
much.
are you?
We are expecting you to solve our major crisis.
Yes, surely will solve.
Because normally, like in school, as a teacher, I can help my students solve equations, but you're going to help solve my equation for finding a partner. That's the one I can't quite get the variables in place. I'm like, what's going on?
So what is your expectations for your daughter-in-law?
Caring and loving.
Loving, caring, good at heart. That is important. So what is your criteria now? Tell me.
I think the most important thing is someone that's really kind.
Yes, you're right.
It's changed. When I was in my 20s, I would have said something different. In my 30s, you become more sensible.
I know.
In your boys in their 20s, they don't.
Yes.
They ask for different things.
Yeah.
Not life partner. So definitely someone that feels as if they can handle being involved with my family. Someone that's patient and tolerant and willing to accept mistakes is really crucial for me. Because I'm a shortish guy, in my mind, I think they shouldn't be taller than 5'4". I also want them to be like curious, want to learn with me, because there's so much to learn in the world.
Yeah.
I want someone that is open-minded, like going to like museums or theatre or watching plays or watching a documentary. It's a sort of deal breaker, but it isn't a deal breaker. It's a deal breaker and not a deal breaker at the same time. I do like travel. Not by myself. I like traveling with people, unless it's for work. Work, I'll travel myself. Because I don't actually go on many holidays. They're active, or they'd like to be active. So I move around a lot. I like playing sports. I'm not great, but I'm competent, whether it's going swimming, going for a jog, or playing badminton. I'd love someone to be like a mixed doubles partner.
So, Bobby, what was the reason? So why didn't it click? What was it?
Yes, I've actually shown my mum. Whenever we talk, Mummy looks at me, she goes, Bobby. And when she does that, I know she's going to ask me, when are you getting married? Have you met a girl? I've tried dating apps, I've tried meeting through friends, I've tried my parents helping me out, introducing, I've had friends, I've gone to parties, social events in the streets, the markets, the sports and clubs and societies. I show my mum the app work. You meet someone randomly in the tube, someone in a bar. So I've been looking in the wrong places, that's all. Just somewhere shopping, college or uni at work, Cambridge University tea.
Bobby is a very lively, kind and a smart person.
Obviously, sometimes you have to be serious, but if I was born in India, I'd be married already, 3 children.
But Bobby has so much energy and he just talks so much.
If you're having a relationship, you want someone you can have a joke with. So she can make a joke about me, I can make a joke, and it's a joke. And she's like, what? I'm like, no, it's amazing.
So much no sense. Oh my God, cha.
But just, whatever reason, there's not been quite the click. I also think, Seema, sometimes when I meet people, I think maybe I'm too enthusiastic. They're just like, he's too much, he's too much energy.
You can see your mom and dad, na?
Yeah.
How they are 2 wheels of a cart.
Yeah.
Listen, Bobby might have a bit, you know what, for the right person though, he's going to be the perfect ball of energy. But boy, he's a lightning rod. I mean, he's got a lot of energy, but he also has the personality to go with it. So it isn't like he just has all this energy and there's nothing of substance coming out. At least that's not what I pick up. He's intelligent. He's enthusiastic. It's genuine. It's not a front. It's not fake. He's not trying to be the life of the party. He's just an energetic guy. And hopefully he finds somebody that's on the same wavelength.
You know the one with the, clowns sometimes have a bicycle with one wheel.
Single.
That's what I am now, just a unicycle.
No, you have to have 2 wheels.
I have to, yeah, I need to have 2.
He's used to being a teacher and helping his students with maths. I'm not a maths teacher, but I would like to help Bobby with his problems in finding a match. Professor Seema knows best.
I'm excited to see what you have.
Yeah, I'll find out. And still my mind, I'm just
Still
working
going
out
to-
what is going to happen.
As soon as possible.
Hello.
Siva.
Namaste. Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Seeing all the criteria and all, I'll give 1 biodata at a time.
Oh.
Not more, because more choices he will get.
Paradox of choice. Sequential. Do one thing, accept it or not, and the next one. That's a good way to.
So I got a very nice biodata.
Yeah. It's like opening exam results. School.
yeah.
I know this now. I'm getting memories of school.
Yeah.
Now what Simant is going to show.
Yeah, I know what they're doing. Pass the exam.
So I'll first show to dad. Then mom, then you.
Okay. It's like in school. when
Look
the parents
who's on that
decide
paper.
for you. I'm trying to find out. Yeah.
Now look, Priya did say she did not want an energy vampire. She wanted some. So hey, one thing she's not gonna get is an energy vampire when it comes down to Bobby.
This is not exam.
I know. Good. I know. I don't need to be.
Be cool. That's
Good. Yeah.
Bobby has so much energy and always has such a positive and hopeful attitude. Mom will see.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby.
So Priya Ashra.
She's a clinical pharmacist. She stays in North London.
So he's looking for a connection with someone open mind. Ideally 5'8", so she's just a height requirement.
I said height is not everything.
Yeah.
The person is good. You're not marrying a height.
No. Oh, that's good. She's active.
You like fitness. She likes fitness.
Yeah. Works at private chef, so she is a good. I can learn how to cook. A good listener, social, brings energy, active, cheeky smile. Yeah. Some of the things she writes sounds like she's describing me like a glass half full. I'm almost seeing the positive side.
I thought that it would be a good match for you.
Yeah, I think she seems like she's got a positive, like positive vibe about her. Curious by nature. That's right. That's a good word.
You all told about curious.
Yeah, and then she's got that.
In the discussion, you
Yeah,
told
I
and
know,
it
I
came
said
on
it.
the paper.
Yeah. It's almost like someone's reading my mind. You can think there's a bit of destiny there. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
She seems very
Everything is
open.
good, but
Yeah.
I have to tell that is not so much important. She had got married, but the person was not okay. She will tell you everything.
Yeah. Yes. It isn't a deal breaker. In terms of like traits I wanted, the requirements is always well above the 50s. So if I was a teacher grading papers, Seema's straight through to the next year, top class mark. I'm going to say an 8.45 because I'm optimistic, but also, you know, I know from my previous dating experience, sometimes you get overexcited. So 8.45, and that's a solid rating. In fact, I'm going to say 8.46. I'm going to give a little nudge up there. 8.46. I was speaking to one of my friends, and she said to me, Bobby, I can see it, you're going to meet a Priya.
Oh,
She literally said, what, just one name. She said it to me. She
My
said,
God.
for me, it's funny, it was the first name that you picked up.
Looks
was the
like
name my friend
destiny
said
to me.
My God.
She said you had to manifest it, and then so yeah, like this sounds like this would be someone I'd be mad to.
I have another question. So manifesting, in Indian culture, how important is that? How is it important to have those confirmations that just come from the universe? Like, do they really mean something when it comes to meeting the person that you're going to spend the best rest of your life with? Get in the comments and let me know what you think, or let me know what that is, because here, it's not necessarily a thing that I'm too familiar with in the West.
Want to meet.
Bobby Priya.
Because that's yeah. I'm a
Yes,
meeting.
Dad has given his blessings.
Yeah.
All girls is super.
Yeah.
Bobby's enthusiasm is wonderful. I wish all my clients were this positive. But he still has to be realistic. It's a good thing. So I think I'll talk to them and then we can fix up a meeting. I'll ask them which day they are free. And then you all can meet.
Yeah.
Take the Bobby.
I know. Take the Bobby.
Hi.
Keem છો?
Saru છે.
મજામાં છે.
Hi.
Bobby.
Nice to meet you. I'm Bobby.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, Priya. Nice to meet you.
Come in.
Come. Namaste. Keem છો?
I mean, I think my first thought was, oh my God, this is really odd and strange that he's in my house.
Close the door. Help close the
Only
door.
thing that that kind of did stick out to me was his height.
How are you?
Hi, Auntie.
Hi,
I'm Bobby. Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Auntie.
meet you
Nice to
too.
meet you.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take a seat.
I think the second door.
Listen, let my man Bobby slide off the height. Man, like this is this is this is one of the roughest things out there. I mean, golly, man. I have a special bit of empathy when it comes to men that are challenged as far as their height is concerned, because it's not something you can't do anything about it, and men on average are taller than women. So then when you're a man and you're not taller than the average woman, that's just even more difficult. I just always, there's a special place in my heart for the little guy, and I'm being very, very, very serious with that. So, but good luck to Bobby. Let's see where it goes. Let's see where it goes.
I close it.
Oh, it doesn't shut.
Keep opening up.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, just leave it. Leave the door to it.
So you're traveling from far?
From Stratford.
Oh, Stratford,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Would you like some water?
Yes,
Snacks?
and the Indian snacks. So for me, I'm an addict to those snacks.
Are you?
Like snacks?
Yeah, I have to often control myself. Otherwise, I get through.
Keep on eating.
Yeah. It's always hard. I find hard to eat. Just like 1 or 2 spoons.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Yeah,
You need a bit more.
Yeah.
It's a saltiness. It's a little bit addictive. Yeah.
This is okay. Good.
No, these are
Okay,
these glasses are like they're made in like Swaziland or something like
They're
that.
very clever.
We like to scare.
I know. I'm gonna have to hold this for the whole conversation.
Once you have it, you have
You can't
it.
let go of it.
So, how's your week been?
Been good. I've been getting involved with the matchmaking process. The Seema auntie's been guiding me.
I'll give you more this type of guidance.
I'm gonna be messaging you, but like, give me some
Yes.
We should get a
Today, what
notebook.
is the message? New guidance. I'll give you. New guidance.
Auntie, we should collect a notebook of your words of wisdom and have a little pocket book. So every time, just
Exactly.
Seema auntie's
She
words
will
of
run
wisdom.
from Seema auntie then.
Meeting Bobby with my parents and Simanti was a very unique experience, but he responded to it really well. He wasn't nervous. I mean, he didn't come across as nervous. I can't say I've ever dated like this before.
So what do you do for a living?
Yeah, so professionally I'm a school maths teacher, but I also write books and for newspapers and present shows. So I almost consider myself I'm a geek on maths and science, but I try to communicate my passion for people. With maths, often when you say the word maths, people are
I mean, I hear the word maths and I'm a bit like...
I know, most people, my mom...
It was a struggle back in school.
I think a lot of people
Yes.
find maths, so my job is I'm trying to be someone that can make maths seem fun and engaging.
So actually, your profession is you're a teacher.
Yeah. I'm used to meeting parents all the time, so I think I've got the skills. It wasn't a parents' evening, but for once I'm being tested. Normally as a teacher, the parents are panicking, whereas this time I was gotta make a good impression. So Priya, what?
He does, man. I like Bobby, man. He instantly, again, it's that magnetic, energetic personality. And he again, it's not disingenuous. He's not trying to be the life of the party. He just brings light to the room, man. And anybody that's met or had to meet parents, whether you're young, whether you're older, it is always a bit of a challenge. And for him to be in this space, meeting her for the first time and the parents at the first time. I mean, usually in the States, we do it totally the other way around. We meet the woman first, or the women meet us first. We get familiar, and then eventually, once you make it past, the person of interest, then you meet their family. Whereas here, I can appreciate that you meet the person that you're going to date and their parents at the same time. So that's a bit of that's a different vetting process, but I imagine the nerves that come with that. You got to make an impression, or you're trying to make an impression on not only the person that you're romantically interested in, but her family as well. But Bobby's doing the damn thing. Come on, y'all, give it up for Bobby once again.
So Priya, what's your...
So I'm a clinical pharmacist.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I do quite a lot of work in diabetes care. And diabetes is just growing exponentially.
Exponential mass word, I like that.
See, I'm already speaking a language.
Yeah.
I eat pretty healthily, I think. Most days. I go into work and I eat like a biscuit.
What biscuit would you have?
I love a chocolate hobnob.
Would you dip it in tea?
Yes.
Ooh. You know when it melts into the bottom of the tea?
Oh, then I don't like it. But I think there's an art to it. You've got to keep it for just enough time.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your favourite biscuit?
Ooh. Like my standard biscuit is the custard cream, just because it's basic, standard, you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling a bit adventurous, like the chocolate digestives.
Oh yeah.
Half chocolate.
I like a dark chocolate digestive.
Ooh, that's a very good one.
Bobby is very chatty, but he has to give some space for someone in his conversation. And I hope he will let her talk a little.
We met in India and we got married and I came here.
42 years ago?
That's a nice number. It's 42. You know, there's a book by Douglas Adams who wrote The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And he said, what's the meaning of life? And the meaning of life is 42.
Oh, so you guys are...
Wow.
I think I definitely got the impression that he's a little bit nerdy. But I like nerds. Nerds are sweet.
So one of my resolutions, I've never been good at dancing. You know, like at weddings, I'm like one of those bad uncles that dance. Like my niece and will dance, but like I look like I'm a wooden Pinocchio. So I've been trying to learn.
So you got two left legs, you mean, or two right legs?
If I had one left leg, I'd be happy. So I've been trying to learn how to dance.
Okay.
So I'd like to invite you to come along to a dance class.
Well, do you know what? I'm the same as you. I have 2 left feet.
Okay.
So we can both be clumsy together.
Exactly, yes. Normally in the class, I'm the person that people look at and go, oh no, it's Bobby, we're dancing with him. So hopefully, as long as you don't give me that look.
Can I pair up with someone else? I'll go with this guy instead.
With Priya, what I love is she's got this like really gentle, lovely vibe about her. Very positive, really gorgeous smile. And she seems to be someone that is willing to just put themselves out there. And it feels like she's someone that could do that.
You organize a dancing class, so I think I'll join in as well.
So who all's looking forward to the Bobby and Priya date? I'm looking forward to it. I think they are a decent match. Although the height seems to be an issue from her, their personalities lead me to believe that they'll be a decent match. So I want to see where this goes. Let's get into it.
Basic 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3.
So I hold, I think, 2 fingers there.
Okay.
And then my arms there. So this is like a bookshelf.
Do I go on top?
Yes, you put it. So this is a bookshelf, and you put in the books.
5, 6, 7, 1.
Practice the story, isn't it?
Okay.
So kind of. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's good. 2,
Okay.
5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3.
Cross body, let's go. 1.
When I saw him in his salsa shoes, I was a little bit shocked.
1, 2, 3.
That was definitely the first time I've been on a date with a guy wearing heels.
1, 2, 3. Salsa basics.
So forward and back.
1, 2, 3.
5, 6, 7. Yeah. 1, 2.
I should look at you, not look at
Yeah, it's okay. It's good exercise, isn't it?
It's exercise.
Yeah, you're like worried about life. Take a dance class. Normally, when I go to my dance classes, I'm actually not the confident one. Oh, please, no one look at me. Whereas today, I had to project confidence. Turn forward and back. 1, 2, 3. Turn. 5, 6, 7. And you stay. Forward and back now. Okay, now you're going to move. 3. So me turn, and then you turn again. You're a natural. 2, 3 sides.
He was such a teacher. I guess it's a different kind of first date.
So step, forward and back. Oh, that's okay.
To me, that's a really good indicator of what he would be like, you know, in a relationship.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, I think I was.
The good thing about salsa is
it's forgiving.
you can, very quickly you're back on track.
Yeah, you can move your hips.
1, 2, 3.
Sean, you got any spicy moves, Sean, for us? Bring out some Indian spice for us.
5, 6, 7.
How excited am I? It's going to be between 8 and 9. I think, again, because I'm cautious, I'm going to make it closer towards 8 than the 9. I'm going to give it an 8.45.
Quick pause. I know. Let me go back a little bit. Go back just a little bit more here. I need to see those shoes Bobby had on because...
Five.
Okay, Bobby, listen. I know height is a thing, and apparently these are salsa shoes, but under no circumstances do you wear shoes with a heel when you're already challenged when it comes to the height because it just seems like you might be trying to give yourself a little bit more of a push. Man, just rock with the flat shoes next time, Bobby. Just rock with the flat shoes.
So, and you stay. Forward and back now. Okay, now you're going to move.
Look at your hips.
1, 2,
That's just optimal.
open up,
1, 2, 3.
open up.
Yeah, how many do you reckon we can do before we get bored?
I mean, no, it's a challenge.
Yeah, no. 1, 2, this is good.
But hold on, why are we still doing it?
But I've gone rogue. I've gone rogue. And now, shall we take a risk with the dip?
The dip, yeah.
Okay,
So hold me properly this time.
Okay.
I see some love over here.
There you go.
Got it.
That wasn't too bad.
That was okay.
Bobby, her eyes cried help.
She's like, save me, rescue me.
No, you were great.
Okay.
Guys, let's take a break from the class, okay, guys?
I had so much fun. I was surprised at how much fun I had on the date because I was petrified. But actually, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And he was also a great teacher too.
Well, cheers to that.
Cheers. Thank you for introducing me to something I would have never done before.
I would like, madam, is it acceptable?
Yes, very nice.
Very nice.
It's not bad wine.
Yes, you can taste the where is it from?
It is
I'll pretend it's
Italy.
You can taste the freshness of Italian hills coming through with the Italian breeze.
I was almost convinced then.
Yes.
He talks quite a lot. He talks quite a lot, and that's quite good in a way. I think that it creates conversation, but it was like an equal balance of conversation, I would say. So have you brought other dates here? Or?
To dance? No, this is just for you, Priya. To dance.
See, one, he wasn't an energy vampire, so the reciprocity is there. As we spoke about earlier, she did not want the energy vampire. She didn't want to walk away feeling drained, feeling like she was the only one that put anything into it. And she asked if he brought any other dates there. Man, look, why do women do that? Why? Who cares? I know every woman wants to feel special. That's the first time we've ever been somewhere. Man, who gives a damn? Man, listen, if that's going to be your go-to move, Bobby, is to take a woman on a salsa dancing instructor class date, hey, man, by all means, rinse and repeat if this doesn't work out. Because that was a good idea. It was different. It was a good experience. Go for it. Women, stop worrying about whether or not the man has been there with somebody else before. Who cares? Y'all do.
To Bollywood dancing?
Very different. What about, have you had any really good first dates?
So good dates have been where there's like a really fun vibe. I think it's like there's equality. Like, oh, you say something, oh, then I say something back. And
yeah.
Like, oh, seesaw. A seesaw.
Okay, yeah, that's a good analogy. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, tug of war is a bit aggressive. Like.
Yeah. My turn. Your turn.
Yeah. How about you? How can you tell on a date?
I think just like you said, I think when you there's a natural chemistry, there's good conversations flowing. You can laugh. I think that's quite important. That you can laugh. What about your relationship history?
So I've had one long-term girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
In my 20s.
How long did it last for?
But good 5.5. And how about you? What's your?
So I was in a relationship for 11 years.
Oh, that's a ratio of 2 to 1, 5.5 to 11. That's a nice thing. Sorry, this is that.
And we married for 2 of those years. And yeah.
So what are you looking for in a?
Do I even know myself?
Yeah.
Do we ever? Yeah. I mean, I always think, do we ever know until we're in that situation? Like, this is what I want. What about you?
I think for me, if someone's kind, always willing to see the best in you.
True.
Yeah.
True. I think.
She poses an interesting question right there. Do we ever know? Get in the comments and answer that question. Do we ever know what we want? I think we have this general idea of what we want. And if you've had enough bad experiences, you definitely know what you don't want. But you don't want to lead with that. Nobody wants to lead with, well, I'm not looking for this, I don't want this. That's negative. They talk about that on dating apps, how when you go to a profile and this person says, I don't want this, and that, and everybody, you never get any positive results by crying and complaining about what you don't want. But what do you want? And if you know what you do want, and you align yourself with that, typically you find yourself in better situations more often than not. But do we ultimately know everything we want and everything we do? What if you haven't seen it? What if you haven't experienced it yet to be absolutely sure that this is what you want? That is a really good question for people to ask. I felt as if I knew, but I'm not sure at what point in my life I knew exactly what it was that I wanted.
I guess, do you think kindness ties into compromise?
Yeah, because then they're like, they want pizza. I really wanted chips today, but I'll let them have pizza today, and then next time they'll I know they're kind as well. So
there's like a balance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I see that.
It's a seesaw again. It's a seesaw. So like, okay, you can have your pizza.
Yeah.
Given.
It's like it's an equal partnership.
Exactly.
I think that's important.
Yeah. Usually on first dates, my goal is not to end up friend zoned. Everything's very early days, but I can sense there's signs there of something possible.
I've been on dates before, and people just they take themselves so seriously.
Yeah.
Like, you can laugh at yourself.
Yeah,
that's okay.
I think that's
a really nice quality.
Self-deprecating.
Yeah.
Like sometimes like, oh my God, I've got two right feet, or you got two left feet, but together, two left feet.
Exactly. I had more fun than I thought I was going to have. He's genuinely a really lovely guy. Like, he's such a sweetheart. But I'm not sure I necessarily felt those butterflies and the chemistry that maybe I felt in the past before. Yeah. Bobby is getting friend zoned. Sorry.
Ain't that some
Cheers.
Well, I was probably loud in the mic. I'm sorry about that. That is messed up. Hey, man, look. The butterflies. The butterfly effect. Gosh. Anyway, that kind of sucks. My man Bobby didn't get chose. But look, gentlemen, the friend zone doesn't have to exist for you. Just keep it moving. Like, why stay there and remain friends in this disingenuous state? Now, if you genuinely want to be a woman's friend after you've attempted to actually date her, that is like genuinely where you don't mind being and you're okay with that, then by all means go for it. But typically, the friend zone is the place where the disingenuous guys lie, the male orbiters lie in that space, hoping to one day get seen as the right guy and get elevated to boyfriend status. That's what the friend zone typically is. That's not where men want to be. That's not where you should be. And just don't accept that space. Just decide to go ahead and move on. If she wants a friend and you don't want to be a friend, you know you want more, just move on. Don't sit by hoping to get elevated. That's the friend zone. That's the friend zone, danger zone, the no-go zone, the no-fly zone. As many zones as you want. It's anything but the end zone, and you don't want to be anywhere that's not the end zone.
Yeah, I'm feeling optimistic.
Oh, good, good.
How do you feel?
I'll believe it when I see it. That's my view. I really hope.
No worry. But whatever happens, things are going to be okay. Like,
I know. Yeah.
My dad is more like, it will happen for you when you're ready. My mum, she will never tell me, but I know that deep down inside, she's a little bit worried that I haven't found anyone.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Hi.
Nice to see you.
The last time I presented a biodata to Priya wanted something else. Bobby, he had knowledge. He had so many of degrees from college, from best university he had studied, but Priya didn't like him. So I'm showing her good matches, and I hope this time that she will like it and the things will go on. I have got a very good biodatas for you.
Ooh.
exciting.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Are you ready, Priya?
He's Jay Vasani.
Six foot, okay.
6 foot.
He's Gujarati.
In the Rajkot. Yeah.
Jay likes to live an active lifestyle, likes to keep fit, which I like. Passionate traveler, likes to maintain a balance in his personal and professional life. I like that. I think a healthy amount of ambition. He loves to hang out at the local pub and can also whip up a mean dish or two. He works in finance. Wow, he's got a whole CV here. Wow. He's the only child. Okay. Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think he's I think on paper he sounds great. There's no harm
looks
in.
is fine. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah.
But 100% nobody has got
Yeah.
No.
100%. So
Attraction is important.
Yeah. But in return, if you are getting someone really good-hearted,
Yeah.
sometimes it's when you meet him, the beauty comes out.
yeah,
And also
because on paper you like it,
Yeah.
but when you meet, you come to know the real smartness, his thoughts, his
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah.
How is he good at heart? Everything you come to know when you meet.
True. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily choose this person, but I also never used Matchmaker before either, so I think I just have to stay open
Yeah.
to it.
You have given this job to Seema.
I know.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now you have to trust her.
I'm really putting my trust into the process here to find a good match. So I'm really nervous.
So you have to meet him also.
I'm open to it.
Priya is really, really struggling with, if she does not like it on paper, she's already not invested. I can't, again, man, I can't necessarily say that I blame her. But what we always have to consider is that if what we're doing, whoever we are, if what we're doing has not been yielding positive results, maybe, just maybe, it's time to try something different. And so I hope she gets a little bit more invested in the process, as far as saying, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just really jump into it, even though the guy isn't everything I want as far as preferences go on paper. But we'll see.
Hi, Jay.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Should you hugs?
Yeah, sure.
And kiss it's fine.
How's your journey here?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, got here okay. How are you?
I'm great. Yeah.
Good. This is a bit surreal, isn't it?
Well.
So first impressions is that he seems like a nice guy. Cheers.
Cheers, yeah. How's the margarita? Strong enough?
Is it ever strong enough? I'm joking.
So tell me, what's the ideal guy? What are you looking? Am I jumping straight in?
No, you may as well. Someone that's kind,
Okay.
compassionate, someone that likes to travel. I think a healthy amount of ambition. I think I've dated guys in the past where they're just so career orientated that
Right.
that's all they want to do is focus on their career.
Yeah.
And there's more to life than just working all the time. But yeah, what about you?
I am looking as well something where
Okay.
there is a good chemistry.
This is a little dry. Listen, bring my boy Bobby back. Bobby was engaging. He came with the energy at least. It was not going to be boring with Bobby. This guy, just a little like this one.
Yeah.
And then there is something can go long term. I was a bit overwhelmed, a bit nervous, but yeah, once we met and once we started talking, it was all fine, I would say, yeah.
What do your parents think of you using a matchmaker?
My mom was like, okay, well, let's see. If they can do some magic, then why not?
Magic.
Well, she's at that level now, yeah.
Do you normally do dinner as a first date?
Why not? Because sometimes, yeah, you might not get on that well, and then you'll be like, ah, okay. Are you a fan of ice cream? Do you have any favorite flavors?
I think ice cream is so overrated.
Oh, okay.
Don't you think? It's even on my Hinge profile how much I hate ice cream. Why? Ice cream's horrible. It's just not great. Have you ever lived with a woman before?
I haven't lived with anyone, actually.
Oh, you've never lived with
So,
anyone?
yeah. I don't know what it could be.
That, to me, I was a bit like, okay, you're 38 years old, you've never lived with a woman before.
All right.
Yeah, that...
Is that a red flag? I don't know. I really don't know, because, you know, some people have, you know, they don't want to just live with someone for the sake of living with them. So if they're not in that marriage realm, they're not going to just shack up, as we call it here. So maybe that's what it is. But I do understand her concern, because if someone has never lived with someone, another adult in a relationship, do they know how to compromise? They don't have any experience in that arena, so it leaves you wondering whether or not, you know, if y'all get to that point, whether or not they'll be prepared mentally and emotionally based on any previous experience. So I can get it, but you know, maybe he's saving that. And a lot of people do save that. They don't want to live with anybody that they know that they're not sure that they're going to be married to.
Yeah, actually, come to think of it, that is something which is a little bit alarming. That would be a test.
That would be a test,
Yeah.
yes. Seema did great. She, you know, the interests that we have are very similar, so I can see that she must have looked into it. So, yeah.
Okay.
But it's not exactly what I'm looking for, and yeah, just I would say that bit of a lack of romantic chemistry. So yeah, it's good to see you, good to meet you. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we'll shake hands.
Well,
Should we go for a hug?
you know.
I'm a hugger.
I thought that date was pretty dry, but I said that from the very beginning. It just lacked any sort of fun, any sort of real interaction. And I can see the red flag popped up, which again is an understandable red flag. If somebody hasn't lived with anybody and you have lived with somebody, you do wonder how they will adapt to that sort of situation themselves. But on to Priya's third date. We're going to see how this one is going to turn out. Hopefully it's better than the last one. The second date, I thought the first date was great with my man Bobby, but you know what? Hey, Bobby's in the past. We're going into the future. Let's see what the future holds.
Did you go on another date before this, or?
I've been on 2 dates already. Yesterday was awful, and one before he was quite small. He was 5'4".
Oh no.
I feel really bad for guys because they can't help it. If you have a preference, you have a preference, right? The first 2 didn't work out. You know, I'm like invested into this process now, so I feel nervous that perhaps it, even with a matchmaker, I might not find someone as well, right? Oh, hi. Hi.
Whoa.
Nice to meet you.
Whoa. Did y'all see those eyes? Hold on.
I feel nervous that perhaps
Look at this. Whoa.
Even with a matchmaker, I might not find someone as well, right?
Whoa.
Oh, hi.
Look at that. Look, get me out of the screen. He looks like something. I can tell by her looks, she likes what she sees.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah.
to meet you.
Right. How's your day been?
Yeah, because Priya was not ready to agree to move further with Jay. I presented Vimal. Vimal, excellent boy, tall, good looking, Gujarati, And most importantly, he's a very extrovert person and a very creative, just like Priya. And he has a full head of hair.
You've got the top knot look.
It's the top knot.
Yeah, it's
like, you know how many people hate it? Well, I've got long hair now. This is new. Before it was short hair.
Okay.
And that was it. Just quite different. But now I'm like, I'm going for this guru look. It's like...
I personally, I love a top knot.
Thank you.
I love a top knot. I'm a top knot appreciator.
Okay. Have you ever played cricket?
No.
Really? I used to be in the cricket team when I was younger.
Oh,
but,
great.
but no. This is the thing. I haven't played cricket probably for about 20 years.
Oh.
Over 20 years. So
we'll see.
We'll see.
May the best person win. Good luck.
Okay. Right, are you batting first, am I?
I think you should do the honors.
This one, now this is definitely going better than the second date. It has energy. Listen, let's be clear, people. There's a distinct difference when people like what they see. She likes what she sees. We can't argue with that. She has her preferences. He has hair. You know, I think she mentioned earlier that she likes top knots. He's got a top knot, got a little bun, got something going on back there. So I think that's part of it. But he also seems to be engaging. He also doesn't seem to be an energy vampire. So let's jump in. I don't want to interrupt their date. You
have to stick your bum out, right?
Stick your bum out. Go with him.
That was a 6. There you go.
Well done. You're out.
That was really
did it hit the
hit the wicket. This is you. You're next.
Okay, God, watch me.
Make us proud. There you go.
Oh, that was nearly got a 4.
For a person that's never played.
I know, that wasn't bad.
And over 6.
How many did I get? Did I beat you?
Are you competitive?
I think I beat you.
You are totally competitive.
Slightly.
She's funny, and I think she's got a smile to die for. Which helps.
Smashing it.
Is my swing impressing you?
Very much. I feel like he's definitely more my type, I would say.
I don't know who won.
That's what I want to know.
Let's see if we can find
Let's see. I feel like we were definitely vibing more. But I also don't want to speak too soon as well because you just never know.
I've got a passion for working in, want to work in a restaurant and just learn how to cook.
Yeah.
It's obvious. The vibe is there. I mean, I know she doesn't want to speak too soon, but it is definitely obvious that the vibes are there. They're clicking. They are enjoying each other's company. They're engaged. They're sitting a little far. They're sitting a little distance, but I'm being a little extra critical there. I think this one is a match.
Yeah. I love food as well. So I quite enjoy feeding people. It's not. I love cooking, but I also just love the atmosphere, like
of hosting. I love
hosting. Like it makes me really happy if I'm like cooking a meal in the kitchen.
And you just see.
And I can hear like
Indian auntie already.
I know, I'm an Indian auntie already. So I started off doing I did a pop-up store. I did like a vegan pop-up store and doing that, and I did a bit of private chefing.
Oh wow!
So I did a bit of private chefing for a bit.
I was planning to not quit, but take a sabbatical for like a year or so and go to Oaxaca, get a tiny little apartment, and just go to the street food markets and just learn about flavors.
That sounds amazing.
And then just experience all the millions of chilies that they have.
Oh yeah. I've got one younger sister. Guess where she is currently? Oaxaca.
Shut up.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, she's in Oaxaca currently.
Can't believe that your sister's there.
I know, that is weird.
You're stuck here with me.
Not such a bad thing. We both couldn't shut up, really. We just had so much in common, and it was really nice. There wasn't any. It didn't. You know what? It didn't feel like an interview today.
It was a really nice day.
It's been really fun. I had a really good time today.
It would be nice to, get your number.
Yeah, that'd be really great. I'm excited to see where this could possibly go. I've got a good feeling about this one.
Cool.
Cheers to a second date.
Cheers.
You know what they say when you don't look in their eyes? 7 years of bad sex.
I do.
When the woman makes any sort of sex jokes, sexual innuendo, anything. You know, she said, you know, something about 7 years of bad sex. When the woman makes those jokes, my man, you're in there like swimwear. So this looks good. I hope it works out. I definitely do, but we'll see.
Home, she brought with her 3 biodaters. You want to hear the most bizarre thing? There was one guy called Bobby.
Wait, hold on. Did she call the guys violators? Did she call the guys violators? What does she mean by that? That's great.
Thing I know, Sim Auntie came with Bobby to my house.
What? Shut up.
Yeah.
What, she brought him here?
Yeah.
Wait, what did he look like?
He was 5'4".
So they're new to the process. They are new to the process. I don't know if she was thinking that the matchmaker was gonna show up to her home with the actual guy.
5'4".
Okay. You've always said you wanted a taller guy.
Yeah, someone. He's definitely taller than me, but taller than that.
Someone's gonna throw you around.
Scandalous.
You've given me a gin and tonic. Anyway, carry on.
But I didn't feel any kind of romantic feelings towards him.
Yes, you can taste the where is it from? You can taste the freshness of Italian hills.
I was almost convinced then.
Yes.
You didn't want to rip his clothes off.
I didn't want to rip his clothes.
What was number 2 like then?
So his name was Jay. We went for dinner. I guess
What was the cat like?
I mean, I guess we could talk about the menu. That's how bad the conversation was.
Oh, there's no conversation?
The conversation was pretty dry. Let's put it that way. It was like getting blood out of stone.
Are you a fan of ice cream? Do you have any favorite flavors?
I think ice cream is so overrated.
Okay.
Do you think? It's just... Date number 3. I believe you had 3, like...
Yeah, date number 2 that week. I think everybody can agree. Get in the comments if you agree. Date number 3 was not good. That was a no-go. There was no energy. It was just boring. It was a snooze. I think I fell asleep during it. Like just talking about it. Just yeah, it was bad.
Must have been mental. It's just like going through guys, like next.
Do you know what, to be honest with you, by the time you get to the 3rd one, you're a bit like, you know what, I'm so over this.
Yeah, and you could just fully be yourself,
yeah,
right? Like,
just bring him to me. Just bring him to me.
You're like a goddess on a throne. Bring him.
Yeah, I'm like a throne, like on my throne. Get grapes fed to me.
Like, yeah.
And guess what, guys? He's got a top knot.
Something you wanted. And does he have a name?
His name is Vim.
Vim.
His name is Vim.
Oh, that's cute. So when you first saw him, were you happy?
I was happy. I saw him and I was like, okay, I'm definitely attracted to him. Personally, I love a top knot.
Thank you.
I love a top knot. I'm a top knot appreciator. As the date like progressed,
She said top knot like 3 times in 3
really
seconds.
hit it off. Yeah, we really hit it off more than I would thought we would.
You got a photo of him? What does he look like?
Yes, I do have a photo of him.
Shut up, let me see.
Let me see.
What does he look like?
Look.
Oh, no, he's cute.
Oh, I didn't imagine him to look like that. Do you know who he reminds me of?
Who? He could be like the Indian Aquaman. Khal Drogo from Game of Thrones, isn't he?
Yeah.
He looks really nice. I quite like him for you. I think looks-wise, he's ticking the boxes. We just got to see if personality and longevity is there, because then, like, we're going to go to a wedding.
So there's another date tomorrow. Which is exciting. What do you think I should be asking?
Like, what sort of things do you want to know? Because, like...
what is an ideal woman for him? What is an ideal partner for him? I think
you, honey. That's what you want him to say, isn't it? Yeah. Obviously, it's so early to figure out your roles, but it's just good to know where he's going to be coming from, what angle he's
I think expectations is the...
Yeah, it is the message here, isn't it? So what's your expectations for tomorrow?
My expectation for tomorrow is for us to have a good time and for me to get to know him a bit better.
You know what? That
Sticking
is
to the agenda.
Okay.
However much I want to, you know...
I love those expectations. When you're dating, her expectations were to get to know him better, you know, and just that's it. Like, in dating, in this whole dating and relationship game, I think oftentimes people put themselves in a bad spot because they like somebody and they see the potential, and then the expectations shoot through the roof. They're like, oh, okay, I like the way they look. They like the way I look. We enjoyed ourselves on this first date. We enjoyed this conversation, whatever the case may be. And then all of a sudden the expectations go through the roof, which gives you, if you put it up here, then you have the opportunity for a long drop off. But when you just keeping it simple, just have a good time and get to know each other better. That is very, very good. It's not setting low expectations, but it's setting reasonable expectations. I like that.
I want to, get carried away by the fairies with all the situation. But I also have to just be mindful that, dating is really unpredictable, and you never really know. I'm excited, but also I'm going to remain really cautiously optimistic. Try not to get too excited. Well, shall we cheers to that?
Yeah, go. Hope everything goes well. Thank you guys. So exciting.
Brilliant.
So Priya is obviously, she is genuinely excited about this match. She is genuinely looking forward to this second date. I think we have something. I think we got lightning in a bottle right here. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the second date, and let's just see how it progresses.
Here you go.
Thank you very much.
Hello. Cheers.
Okay. Cheers.
Learned my lesson now.
I would definitely say when I first met him, I felt like a bit like, ooh, this is nice. This is like warm. Made me feel very, made me get a little bit butterflies in my stomach. But there's been times in the past when I've dated people and I have been really excited about them, and then it just went to shit. So, only time will tell.
What I didn't ask you the other day, two things which are really important.
You know what? I've got things on my agenda as well.
Agenda? Are you going to pull out a list or something? You've totally wrote it on your phone, haven't you?
I'll start off the light-hearted one. Do you have any tattoos?
No, but I feel like I should get some.
Okay. You haven't got any exes' names?
No names, unfortunately. And yourself?
No, I haven't got any tattoos. My sister's been trying to convince me for ages, let's get a matching tattoo.
Let's get a big V.
Why V? Oh God. It's a bit early.
I like that. He inserted himself and she said, a big V for what? And then he's like, this guy. There you go, man. Put yourself in the game, Vamil. Put yourself in the game.
And you like it, or I don't give a shit. So, that's cool. I find her sexy. So she's cool. She's very pretty. She's hot. And in England, as we say, she's fit. So, I fancy her.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Cheers.
So I want to back up just a taste right here. So they said my man looks a little bit like Khal Drogo. That's Jason Momoa. I'm getting more like Shia LaBeouf, like the Indian Shia LaBeouf. I'll go ahead and drop a picture in there so we can do a comparison to see if you guys agree with that or not.
She's fit. So, I fancy her.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Cheers.
So what about your past relationship history? What have your potential exes have said, what they found quite difficult to work with?
They just said you're an amazing person, and I can't believe this.
Okay, fine.
I probably wasn't open enough.
Okay.
And that's something that I've probably been working on a lot more, and that's also with not just in relationships, more even just friends and family.
Since we're on the in the spirit of being open, honest. What's your ideal partner? Tell me.
You tick every single box.
Okay.
Someone shorter than me.
Okay, yeah.
Someone who's a bit quirky.
Quirky.
As in, just a little bit not the same as everybody else.
Yeah.
Someone who's funny, enjoys a good joke, enjoys music. We've talked about food, and I think we're pretty much on the same level. I think that's the kind of the woman that I would go for, and also has to have a killer smile.
He put He put me on a pedestal. I felt like I hadn't really earned that, and I was a bit like, okay, this is a bit much.
One of the main things which I've noticed is when a relationship starts.
So she just mentioned that he put her on a bit of a pedestal. It's interesting that she says that, because I think when people feel that way about themselves, they don't want to let people down. It's not that she doesn't think highly of herself. I think she probably thinks that it's too soon for him to feel that or think that highly of her. And she doesn't want to disappoint. So I kind of see where that's coming from. But, maybe he knows, more than she gives him credit for about the type of woman he wants. And from right now, at least by second date, she checks off those boxes. So Priya, just let it ride, girl. Let it ride.
Tough. There's no point playing loads of games because people hold that throughout a relationship.
I think everything in moderation.
There's a lot of wisdom in these eyes. You just can't see it.
See it.
So I think the second date went pretty well between Priya and Vimal. So, and outside of her feeling a little bit pedestalized, I think this has potential for them to explore something that should lead to a relationship. I mean, and they look good together. I've said this in my last reviews of Indian Matchmaker. You sometimes see couples that just look good together. You see it in the public. You just see couples that match. And so to me, they kind of fit. So I'm very interested in seeing where it's going. And I am optimistic that it's all going to work out. But let's go ahead and jump into the rest of her journey.
I guess the modern world of dating is such that people are very hot and cold with you. And I guess Vim he's not cold, he's consistently hot. He really wants to see me every day. I guess it's just a little bit overwhelming. So I'm protecting myself.
It's a brand new day, some new opportunities. This is how we do it, I'm on top of the world. My mind is right, my body is right, my soul is right, and I look good too. This is how we do it, I'm on top of the world. Let's go.
I think that he's great, but it's just happening too quickly. I wanted to go a bit more slow and steady.
So I think a few different things. The ticker pretty much says it. Is this self-preservation or is this self-sabotage? Self-preservation is just what humans normally do in any given situation, especially somewhere that they're in a situation that they're familiar with that's yielded less than desirable results, right? And she mentioned before how she's had those feelings for somebody before, got all excited, and then it's went to shit. So I think naturally she's trying to bring it down, right? On the flip side, there's somebody on the other end of that. There's a guy on the other end of this that perhaps he's not like bombing you. They say love bombing is what narcissists do, but maybe he genuinely just likes her. He's really just checking for her. He's really just interested in her and is into her. And him verbalizing it is just a confirmation of what actually is. And when men are intentional, a lot of times that's just how they move. Hey, I like you. Hey, I'm interested in you. And hey, I'm looking to see you again. So you got to be really careful in the dating and relationship game, because your self-preservation can be self-sabotaging in some ways, and you can actually run off somebody who is for you or could have been for you. Because if it doesn't work, they're not for you. But just be a little careful, Priya. Let's be a little careful. All right, let's get into the next part of Priya's journey.
Hi. Hi, Priya. How are you? I'm enjoying the good weather. And, things with Vim are, I think, I'm not sure anymore. Why? Well, I think when we first met, we seem to really have a connection. We seem to really hit it off. And I feel like the more I'm getting to know him, the more I'm feeling like maybe we're not such a good match.
Priya, no person is perfect.
I agree. I'm just not feeling like we're clicking right now. There's certain parts of him that I find, you know, irritating, if I'm being honest.
What is the reason? Why the feeling has changed?
I get the sense from him that he likes me a lot. And to me, it feels a little bit unnatural for someone to like someone this quickly.
No, not unnatural, Priya.
It's just a bit overwhelming. Like, I'm just not used to someone liking me so much.
You're telling me you're feeling that he likes you.
Yes.
Then even you should start liking him.
But it's a two-way street, right? I have to like him as much as he likes me. It's not just a one-way street.
Just a little bit. Do you have to like someone as much as they like you from day one? No. I think that's just ridiculous. I think it's really, really, what's the word I want to use? I think it's just really, ridiculous to expect that your feelings for somebody are going to be on the exact same level from day one until you inevitably walk down the aisle and spend the whole life together. Every day of a relationship, you're not going to be feeling the same about each other. And so from day one, I'm pretty sure somebody is going to be into somebody more than the other person is, as long as you just have genuine interest, as long as you're not faking it, you know. And I didn't get that she was faking it. I think she's more self-preserving so that she doesn't get let down once she starts to develop expectations, once she's really just lets go and gets into them. But I'll let Auntie get her in line, because as usual, she does, and it seems like she's going that route.
Because Priya, initially you liked him. He likes you. Then there is a problem then coming. Priya, I think that you're not communicating with him.
Yeah, potentially.
You have to communicate, you express your thoughts and feelings. If something is missing, he's irritating you or something, it can be changed by discussion, by thoughts, by talking to him. Because starting initially, you were liking him, he's liking you. So I would just advise you, you meet once, you talk about it, express your feelings and thoughts, and then afterwards we can talk again.
Okay.
This is my auntie's advice.
Your wisdom.
I 100% agree with that. Have a conversation. Let the person know how you're feeling. Don't ghost them. She's just sitting there kind of like, you know, trying to let it fade to black on my man. Like, just have a conversation about it. Say, hey, I like you, and you like me, but it seems a bit much right now. I don't know if that's real or not. You know, just let them know how you're genuinely feeling about it. And more than likely, you'll get some feedback that is constructive in a way that you guys can continue along your path. You know, so this is where I say where self-preservation could turn into being self-sabotaging, because where she's preserving for her own self, which I understand that's instinct, you can also then sabotage something that has the potential of being great. And like Tamanti said, reach out to him, let him know what your feelings are, talk about it, and this is something that can be worked through.
Okay, no pressure. So I'm glad you came out today. I'm really glad you came today.
No, it's nice seeing you. It's been a little while. And I could tell something was on your mind.
We had that date
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just wanted to check in.
I think things started off really good when we had the first few dates. And then something just changed slightly.
Okay.
I've got a feeling that I've probably said something or done something that probably rubbed you slightly the wrong way.
I think you're right. I think something kind of like did change for me a little bit.
Yeah.
I I felt like things were, you know, you really wear your heart on your sleeve, and that is something I'm probably not used to. And
Understandable, yeah.
I'm not used to that, and I think I found that a little bit overwhelming. I'm not used to someone being, really being quite upfront about the way they feel. I don't want to slap the bim out. Like he was saying, he's like, I really fancy you, and I was like, okay. I think it was too much too quickly.
In hindsight, when I think about it, I probably...
So she was a bit overwhelmed with his expressions of what I think are genuine interest. Okay.
Some things you're like, whoa, you need to kind of just be a bit, slow down slightly, a little bit.
So it sounds like you sensed it from me, the way that I was.
I sensed it at the same time, like, you need to probably learn a little bit, and no offense,
Yeah,
just to appreciate and just receive slightly. Yeah.
Okay. No, that makes sense. I take what you say.
Yeah.
You're really open-hearted, and that's something that was really quite a high on kind of my list of things that I wanted from someone. But I think when you kind of have the reality of it, I found it a little bit overwhelming. It can be quite terrifying, and it takes time for you to open up, and to open up in a way that is genuine. Like, and I think Vim is a lot more willing to be vulnerable, and I think for me it just takes a little bit longer.
I totally agree. I think I probably went in there a little bit too more than I should have done at the start. But it was just me just being me, and then your point of view is just like, well, you don't know me that well, so how can you like me? As in like but I think for me, from my point of view, you know, it's just, sometimes you just have a good aura, kind of. When you feel a person's aura and energy and stuff, you're just like, oh,
I appreciate that.
You're kind of like, I like you, and that's it. And it was kind of like a bit full on at the start. I was
Look at it. He's like, I just like you. Like, I didn't say I was in love with you. I didn't say I'm trying to marry you. I just like you. Like, I get. So he's saying, you know, based on what there is there, the energy, the aura, the vibe, whatever, I just like you. Take it easy, Priya.
She was probably thinking another thing. So it was kind of just find that medium about what, you know, just figuring each other out.
You know, I don't want to shut this down, and I know I don't want to shut this down, and I'd really like us to try and maybe see a different side to each other. There is no expectation here. I really like for this to evolve naturally.
Yeah.
This is personal growth for me, because I've never done that. I've never probably been so open and honest with someone so early on, but I felt like there was something there, and I came away from that conversation feeling really blown away, and that with his emotional maturity. Honestly, he got a lot of brownie points. Okay.
Right.
Feels an awkward hug. Let me give you some.
You're so shy. See, this is the thing. You're so shy. I'm like totally fine.
I know.
Just be normal. Come here.
Just be a little normal. He's not doing too much. I didn't think he was doing too much. I think he genuinely just likes her. He's putting it out there. He's being upfront. He's being intentional. These are the kind of men that women say they want all the time. And then they get one and it's self-sabotage. Boy, this is why a lot of men get around, go online and all over the place talking about some women don't know what the hell they want, because yeah, I get it, but I think it should go over pretty well. We'll see.
Hey.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing good, yeah. You turned up. You didn't stand me up. I'm glad about that. So my friends are doing a few tasks for today.
Yeah.
So are you ready to meet them?
Yes. Okay. Cool.
I've told them to be nice.
Okay.
So I'm just warning you beforehand.
Okay.
You're brave. You're brave.
I'm ready to meet the pack of lions.
Fine. Okay. Let's do this.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Back
Do we hug you? Do we? What do we do? I don't think we should hug in this way.
The sister.
So this
We'll do it
is
from
a
afar.
virtual hug.
Push your hair.
Oh, come here. I'll give you a hug.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's nice to meet you. Nice hair, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, see?
Finally got a top
Finally got a
This
top
is,
knot.
this
Yeah.
is my version of a French twist.
Boy, they love that hair, don't they? What is it with the hair? What is it with the hair? He better not lose it, and he better not cut it off, because that got you in there, brother. They got you in there.
Okay, but guys, I actually want you to do some work, so hurry up.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Come, don't worry about that.
get out of here, guys. Be nice.
We're always nice.
When are we not nice? This is a really good test to see whether he's able to banter with my friends, how he communicates with them, and how he just gets along with them. Because to me, I think it is important.
This is that you mess with our girl.
Yeah.
We'll mess you up. Just get straight to it. We're just. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going good. You know, we had a bit of up and down earlier on.
I don't know about this. What's this up and down?
No, it's just when you're getting into a relationship, it's just
Is it like the
figuring
unknown?
figuring each other out. I think it's the stuff that wasn't necessarily mentioned on the first or second date.
And like two people coming together, there's always going to be things you're gonna like, not like.
So what was your first impression of Pri when you first met her? Did you feel like it was like
He was
fireworks?
into her.
I was a little bit taken back with respect. I was expecting someone like East is East. Just go with it. It's like
Arranged marriage.
with a little veil and stuff like that. But no, I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't expect to see something like that. So.
And he's winning over the friends. Hey, man, listen, fellas. I know some of you don't care, and if you don't care, that's fine. And I'm not saying you go in as a people pleaser, but winning over the friends and family, oh man, come on, that's just, you got people in your corner. You got people in your corner.
Hello, Priya. Hi. All right. How's it going?
Yeah.
I just want to join. I'm getting FOMO back there.
So I've got a question. So if you were part of a taco, what would you be and why?
I would be the actual plate that it sits on, because I'll be the foundation of the taco. And then I will support everyone.
Okay, fine.
I wasn't expecting that.
How good is your gudrai?
I can understand everything.
Would you teach your kids Gudroi?
Yeah, I'll probably just ship them away to Gujarat school.
I love how that was just casual. Like, yeah, we're gonna have kids. That's good. That was good. That was a test.
Oh, no,
He passed the test. He passed the test.
We haven't even discussed this.
We haven't. Okay, this is the first conversation that we're having under duress. I think at the start I was a little bit nervous. I really thought there were going to be a band of cheaters and pounce on me. If this is what life's going to be like going forward, I'm happy with this.
I think they really liked him, and I think that for me gives me a lot of certainty as well. Like, you know, I think my friends are a big part of my life, and the fact that they like him, it means a lot to me as well.
You know what? You handled yourself like a...
See, that's a big part of it. You know, women are social creatures. You know, they're more social on average than men are, at least studies say. And that's not to say men aren't social, but we just not as social, right? So her social circle, liking her choice in a partner, man, it's a really big deal. And again, you don't have to be a people pleaser. If you're just a genuine guy and you're just yourself, authentically yourself, and you can just have a conversation with people without being strange and weird, man, you're going to win them over. And just having them in your corner, that definitely bodes well for the future of your relationship, or going from the dating phase to the relationship phase. Absolutely. He's winning right now.
yourself like a pro. So you know what? Hats off to you. Yeah, you done well. You did well.
Well done.
That was
on his t-shirt's growing. I know. It's getting bigger.
It lights up. No, it doesn't. What did you do? I pressed the button.
Now for my next trip.
Using a matchmaker has been a really interesting experience for me. I'm not as vulnerable as I thought I was. I thought I was a lot more vulnerable, but actually, I'm not. He's got lots of interests, and I really like that about him. Like, he swims, he runs, he does gardening. I phoned him the other day, I said, what are you doing? And he was like, I'm just polishing my doorknobs. I was like, okay, cool. He makes me laugh, honestly.
You need to talk to them, you need to show them love.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, I talk
What do
to
you
my plants all day.
what do you say to your plants?
I whisper sweet nothings to my plants. I've named them all.
Me and Vim, we're never going to consistently be the same all the time. We're never always going to consistently be on the same path. But we have to be able to see that and support each other. And I think we go through different versions of ourselves, right?
I see your whole life in your eyes. You asked me to run, now I wouldn't think twice. Straight from the
And I think both of us need watering. We've got to water each other's. We've got to water each other, right?
Little footsie. Look at that smile.
I'm excited for the next kind of leg of our journey. Now we've a bit more open and honest with each other. I'm feeling optimistic that this could be something special.
Yes, indeed. Look at that. That's a win. That's what I'm talking about. I like happy endings. Man, no, I don't like happy endings. I love happy endings, especially in what's a potentially really good love story. I think she got out of her way. I think he, more than likely is very communicative to the point where she understands what he means when he's expressing feelings, and it just seems natural. They look good together. Like, that's a really good looking couple right there. And so for Priya and Vimal, hey, I love the way this journey ended. Samanti's wisdom came in right at the nick of time, because right when self-preservation is becoming self-sabotaging, she just said, hey, you need to communicate with this guy. And from the moment of communication up until the rest of her journey, it all seems to be working well. And I'm hoping that maybe later on in the next season, we'll see their story come back around full circle. And wedding bells. Anyway, that's all for this one particular episode of season 3. If Netflix doesn't copyright strike me, I'll have another one uploading very soon. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Get in the comments, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this, let me know, and I'll do more of them. I want to also do the Jewish Matchmaker, but we'll see how that goes. All right, you guys have a good night.